May 2026, Hermosa Beach, California, 90254 home sales market recap video. Let's go. Hey everyone, Julian Yun here, California real estate broker for over 20 years. You know, question I get asked the most? Say it with me. How's the real estate market these days? So that's why I made this video. Thanks for clicking and stick around till the end because I've got a fun fact for you about Hermosa Beach, California. All right, let's get down to business. In May 2026, we had 12 closed sales total in Hermosa Beach 90254. We had 1 condo sale, 3 townhome sales, and 8 single-family home sales. The thing that stood out most this month was how much the Hermosa Beach market was shaped by single-family homes, especially on the higher-end coastal properties. Out of the 12 closed sales total, 8 were single-family homes. So the single-family homes clearly made up a majority of the market this month. But one important thing to understand is that Hermosa Beach pricing can change dramatically depending on the location. A home near the beach, a home with an ocean view, or a home directly on the strand can be in a completely different pricing category than a home a little bit further east. That was especially clear this month with 2 major strand sales at $15.5 million and $9.25 million. Those sales really pulled the single family numbers upward and made this a very luxury heavy month. At the same time, townhomes were still an important part of the market with 3 closed sales this month. The strongest townhome sale closed just at over $2.8 million, which is actually higher than the lowest priced single family home. Now, let's break down some pricing and days on the market for each home type. In May 2026, Hermosa Beach condos were a very small sample size with just 1 2-bedroom condo sale. That sale was at 77 15th Street, Unit 3, which closed at $1.245 million. On a price per square foot basis, it came in at about $1,298 a foot. The average condo sales price this month was also $1.245 million because that was the only condo sale. And in terms of days on the market, it went into contract in just 10 days. Townhomes were an active part of the attached market as well, with 1 2-bedroom townhome sale and 2 3-bedroom townhome sales in May 2026. Their price per square foot ranged anywhere from $879 to $1,413 a foot. The average townhome sales price was about $2.4 million. The least expensive townhome sale was at 710 11th Street for $1.995 million. And the most expensive townhome sale was at 608 Palm Drive at $2.8 million. And days on the market range anywhere from 4 to 15 days. Now, moving to single-family home sales, this was the biggest category overall, with 8 closed sales in May of 2026. We had 1 2-bedroom sale, 1 3-bedroom sale, 5 4-bedroom sales, and 1 5-bedroom sale. Their price per square foot ranged anywhere from $1,046 to $3,927 a foot, with the highest numbers coming from the premium strand properties. The average single-family home sales price was about $5.4 million. But that number needs a little bit of context because the single-family average was heavily pulled up by those 2 major strand sales. The most expensive single-family sale was at 3222 The Strand, which closed at $15.5 million. And right behind that was at 2014 The Strand, which closed at $9.25 million. So this was not just a regular single-family home month. It was very luxury heavy, especially because of those oceanfront strand properties. The least expensive single-family sale was at 1002 3rd Street at $2.2 million, and days on the market ranged anywhere from 0 to 37 days. So, what does all this mean? For May 2026, Hermosa Beach was really led by single-family homes, especially the 4-bedroom homes and premium coastal properties. But the important thing to keep in mind is that the average single-family price was heavily influenced by the 2 major strand sales, one at $15.5 million and the other at $9.25 million. So, When you hear that average number, it doesn't mean that every single home in Hermosa suddenly moved up into that price range. This month's numbers were definitely pulled up by those oceanfront homes. That said, even when you separate out the Strand sales, Hermosa Beach still is really expensive. All right, shifting gears, here's a quick fun fact about Hermosa Beach, California. Before Hermosa Beach became known for the Strand, the pier, beach volleyball, surfing, and that classic South Bay lifestyle, the area looked very different. This actually shocked me when I researched it. In its early days, Hermosa Beach was part of the old Rancho del Sol Redondo Beach land grant, and much of the area was covered with rolling hills and fields of grain, especially barley. There were also large herds of sheep grazing all over the area, with corrals and barns used to store grain and shelter horses and farm equipment. So, before Hermosa became the most recognizable beach towns in all of Los Angeles County, it was more farmland. That like blew my mind. That's interesting. All right, that's it for this month's Hermosa Beach sales update, and thanks for staying till the end. As always, a copy of the sales report is linked in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit that like button. And if you have any questions about the market, or if you want to talk about barley, feel free to send me an email at info@themodernflat.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.